This video is to help you with lesson 4 assignment. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to write down what we're given. Well, in this question, we are given that the cosecant of theta is negative 2 over 3. Now, we have to go back and we have to know that sine theta is equal to 1 over cosecant theta. So what we would do here is this would become negative 3 over 2. Now, if we take a look at our tables, we know that the sine of 3 over square root 2 is going to give us pi over 3, which is 60 degrees. Okay? Now, the next thing we know is, according to our rules, the CAST rules, let me just refresh your memory. This means that cos is positive. This means all are positive, sine, cos, and tan. This means that sine is positive and cosine and tan are negative, and this means that tan is positive. So in here our cosine is negative and our sine is negative. And sine is negative here as well. And because of this relationship, if sine is negative, cosecant is negative as well. Now, from there, we know we have to focus on the third quadrant, which is this quadrant here. So we have pi over 3 plus pi, and that's going to give us 4 pi over 3, which is equivalent to 240 degrees. Now we got the pi over 3, don't forget, from here. Now moving to the fourth quadrant, okay, so here we have, we're going to come backwards, so 2 pi minus pi over 3. Now we need a common denominator, so 6 pi minus pi all over 3 is 5 pi over 3, which we can convert, as this is in radians, okay? And that's your answer for number 1. Now, in number 2, let's focus on this one. Well, we have the cotan of pi over 3, we know is, oops, sorry for that. The cotan is 1 over square root 3. And don't forget that cotan is the inverse of tan. And we know that cosecant of pi over 3 is 2 over square root 3 from our special triangles. And we know that the cos of pi over 4 is 1 over square root 2. So we've identified from our equation what the variables represent. Now, we take these values and substitute them into the equation. So 1 over square root 3 plus 2 over square root 3 divided by 1 over square root 2 is equal to square root 6. And that is our answer. Now, the next one is a little bit more challenging. So let's take a look. And if we can do 3, we can do 4. I just want to drag this down a bit, but we're going to make some space here. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is, because we're doing exact, we have to break down 11 pi over 12 into two numbers that have their base, or their numerator, the denominator, as one of the special numbers. Remember, the special numbers are 30, 60, 90, and 45, 45. Or we're going to use 2 pi over 3 because we're working in radians, and pi over 4. If you work these out, you will see here that these two numbers will add up to 11 pi over 12. So what we have then is the sine of 2 pi over 3 times the cos of pi over 4 plus the cos of 2 pi over 3, and I'm running out of room, sine of pi over 4. Now you're going to say, well, where on earth did you get that formula? Well, we were given some formulas, or reference to some formulas, that break things down for us. Okay? And one of those is the sine of x plus y. And if we just skim down a little bit, okay, this equation here is the same one that we have, sine of x plus y. Now, to find these types of values, do a search for trigonometric identities, or I believe I have put a link in the lesson for you. Because if you don't have this information, then you're not able to do this type of question. Okay? So you need to access here your trigonometric identities. And that's what this assignment is about. Now, if you have trouble finding these, send me an email and I'll upload them for you. Now, once we have that, we know that the sine of 2 pi over 3 is square root 3 over 2 times square root 2 over 2 plus negative 1/2 plus square root 2 over 2. Now all I did is I used my table, my trig identity table, to look up these values. Then it's a case of doing the mathematics. So this is going to equal, when we work it all out, square root 6 minus square root 2 all over 4, which some people like to reduce it a bit further and take out the common factor, and there we go. Okay, again, you need the trig identities. All right, now, number 5 is exactly the same as number 4 is the same as number 3, and you have to look up the ratio. Now, let me help you along here. So we know we have this, and we know we can get it from taking pi over 6 minus pi over 4. Okay, now from there, apply your formula. Cos pi over 6 times cos of pi over 4 minus sine of pi over 6, running out of room here, which is sine of pi over 4. Now again, we'll go in and get their actual values. Okay. Oh, that's a funny looking 2, isn't it? Okay, let's just get rid of that. Over 2. And again, I'm going to make some space here and drag this down. And this works out to be square root 6 minus square root 2 over 4. Now, for this one, all we have to do is take what we're given and open up our trig identities, and we just look for that particular identity. And we have, what do we have? Sine x, cos y, sine x. So this tells you that, I don't think I can draw in here. This is our formula right here. Okay, so I will put this link in for you so that you have it. Okay, so all we need to do now is we need to write down that link. And we know that this is our answer. Okay, see reference table. Okay, let me move this onto a new page. Okay, so this is exactly the same. Just check out the table. I combined two thoughts there. That's not a good thing to do. Whoops, sorry for that. Okay, so same as is what I'm trying to write here. 5. In that you use the lookup. Okay, and for 8 and 7, same lookup. Okay, number 9 is the same. And number 10 and 11 are the same. Okay, so now we're halfway done. And now we've done questions like this before. This one I'm going to leave in there. And then we're good. When you come to these ones, you're going to apply the formulas that we looked at up above. Okay? And this one we've seen before. Oops. Now I'm screwing everything up. I'll just leave well enough alone. Just have to move this back out. Okay, so that should get you through lesson 4, and that will end module 1. Now, we have fallen behind, so you have to get this done as soon as possible. Now, this is the hardest module, so the easier modules are coming. Okay, but you have to be through everything by the due date. Okay, as always, if you need help, send me an email.